Hi, welcome to our channel, where we produce content to help the survivors of narcissistic abuse. When we finally uncover the truth about narcissistic abuse, one of the first questions that comes to our mind is, why me? Why was I chosen to be abused by the narcissist? Was I just unlucky? Was it random? It is highly improbable that the person with narcissistic personality disorder chose you at random. On the contrary, they are likely to have chosen you as their victim with great care and attention. The narcissist was likely attracted by something you possess that drew their attention to you. It could be your looks, it could be your intellect, could be your knowledge, could be your status, could be your wealth, could be your popularity, or it could be any combination of these. Whatever it is that attracted the narcissist to you, most victims tend to have three things in common. They're empathic and caring, they're resilient, and they gave the narcissist the supply early on when they first met them. It is important to remember that victims are not random choices. The narcissist knows exactly who they want to snare. Let's look at the three common traits that most targets have one by one. The first thing that a lot of targets share is that they have high empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. We are born with the capacity of exercising it, and it strengthens over time. It is different from sympathy. Sympathy is feeling for someone, while empathy is feeling with them. Narcissists look for empathic people because empathy enables pro-social or helping behaviors that come from within rather than being forced. People with narcissistic personality disorder always crave excessive attention and love from their victims, and empaths are willing to give that love, not only gracefully but unconditionally. Empaths are not demanding. They do not need to be in the limelight. They are humble and happy to allow the narcissist to have all the attention. They are honest and open and would never imagine that anyone would deliberately manipulate for self-gain. Your empathy is a gift, but it can also be misused by people with narcissistic personality disorder to manipulate you. The second thing that a lot of targets share is that they are highly resilient. A lot of narcissistic abuse survivors have the fighter mentality. They don't give up easily, and they continue to work on any endeavor that they undertake. While it is a beautiful quality to not give up, and it helps you succeed during the adverse phases of your life, in some cases where a person fails to establish healthy boundaries, it can be misused to keep the target trapped in a web of deceit by the narcissist. People with narcissistic personality disorder also tend to look for other people who have already been abused in the past, as they have likely developed the resilience. They already have the ability to endure an excessive amount of pain without giving up. Highly resilient individuals are unlikely to give up even after incidents of abuse, despite the fact that they may have an enhanced ability to detect threats in their environment. They will opt to ignore their instincts and be willing to fight for the relationship against all odds. They will work to sustain an ultimately unsustainable relationship. The silver lining is that the same resilience helps the targets of the abuse to recover and heal from it after they finally leave the cycle of abuse. So we've talked about two things: empathy and resilience. Now let's discuss the third component. The third thing that a lot of targets share is that they gave the supply to the narcissist early on, and they continued to give it thereafter. A lot of targets identify to have felt very lucky during the first few meetings with the narcissist. People with narcissistic personality disorder need constant admiration. If someone adores a narcissist and showers them in compliments from the very beginning and continues to do so, they will be chalked out as potential targets for abuse. Praise is like oxygen for the narcissist. So we've discussed the three main components that most targets of narcissistic abuse share. What happens immediately after the narcissist has chosen you as a target? They will make you believe that the two of you are soulmates. What they're doing is that they're mirroring your personality back to you. The intention is to make you think that you've met a person who is just like you, someone who thinks like you, someone who possesses most, if not all, of your virtues. Unfortunately, nothing is further from the truth. If you have been a target of narcissistic abuse, whatever stage of healing you are in, please be assured that you will get past this, and things will get much better in future. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button. If you want to see future videos like this on narcissism, please subscribe and hit that bell icon. You will get notified of the new content when it is released. Lastly, if you have any questions or if you would like us to make a video on a specific topic related to narcissism, please let us know in the comments, and we will add it to our list of videos to create. Hope you really enjoyed this video and hope to see you soon. Bye.